Destroyer is a 1988 prison slasher that features a solid cast and some cool kills, but suffers from poor pacing and a weak climax. Ivan Moser, played by ex-NFL player and steroid user Lyle Alzado, is sentenced to death in the electric chair for the murder and rape of 24 women, men, and children. Gross. Moser manages to survive the execution and escapes during a riot, becoming Destroyer. Years later, a film crew descends upon the now-closed prison to shoot a women-in-prison flick called Death House Dolls. The Destroyer soon begins killing off the cast and crew one by one. A stuntwoman, played by Deborah Foreman of Valley Girl and Waxwork fame, soon finds herself the lone survivor, trapped in the prison with the beefcake killing machine. Destroyer is a well-made, well-acted slasher that is better than most films I've reviewed. The film features some impressive camera work, a solid and recognizable cast, and a few memorable death scenes. Destroyer isn't a classic, but it's definitely worth tracking down and will certainly entertain. The gore is average, but the special effects are done well. A man gets torched to death on a toilet, eyeballs explode in the electric chair, and a man gets drilled through a wall. The effects are all convincing and original. But there are a few off-screen kills, which are a bummer, and there's a lame death where the Destroyer strangles a woman to death with a beauty pageant ribbon. Perkins really did deserve better roles than this. His performance is tongue-in-cheek and he steals every scene he's in. The Valley Girl herself, Deborah Foreman, is solid as the film's heroine and always seems to play a fine final girl. With her turns in Waxwork, April Fool's Day, and Sundown, I'm surprised she's not mentioned more when it comes to 80s scream queens. Last but not least, Lyle Alzado co-stars as the menacing, muscular, and psychotic Ivan Moser. I write co-stars because he seems to disappear for far too long in the middle of the film. His character isn't even seen on screen in a couple of the kill scenes. Alzado does bring an intensity to the performance, and he does have a physical presence that is pretty terrifying. Alzado also likes to throw out one-liners a la Freddy Krueger before and after he kills his victims. Anthony Perkins' character states, "Check the trades, it's the 1980s, nudity is required." But the nudity in Destroyer is pretty mild. You only get a group shower scene for the film within a film. But you do see a lot of Alzado's oiled up pecs, so maybe that can count as tit shots? Oh, and what a classic tagline. 3,000 volts couldn't kill him, it just gave him a buzz. Destroyer features a severed head in the copying machine, a creepy janitor, a typical synth rock soundtrack, a tour of the dead, a dream opening and a dream ending, a motorcycle clothesline, and throat crushing. Overall, I'd say Destroyer is a fun 80s slasher, worth checking out.
You've been sentenced to die in the electric chair for the rape and murder of 23 men, women, and children. You have any last statement?
24.